Hello, Monsters Abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, 3. It's Warhammer 3. Fuck. And part 15 of my Kairos Fateweaver Campaign, where we're being attacked by a shit ton of Cathay, which is no different from usual. Just a lot of Cathay, really. So Cathay offensive has mostly been blunted, but they've still got yet more shit up their sleeve, so we're going to have to deal with that. And so far so good. Flying overhead, knocking out some of their missile units. Lots of dead there, which is great. Our infantry and the rest of our force now moving up, because while they're busy mulling about trying to pick off my flying units, I will be moving the rest of my army into position. As soon as they are in position, we can unleash hell upon their little heads. That's the plan anyway. Already we're trying to take out a Sky Lantern. It's not really a massive threat, but I thought, well, as soon as we're up here, may as well. Key is taking out all of those crossbows. Once the crossbows are dead, then basically it's a case of letting them march to their death. Because any unit that gets too close can end up like David Copperfield on fire. Enemy reinforcements are on their way. Need to deal with them as well. I mean, we may deal with the first army before the reinforcements arrive, but to be honest, I want to kill all the reinforcements. Let's let none escape. Lovely flamey death. Try to shoot with cannonballs. Oh, you cheeky buggers. Never mind. Here comes the first wave of reinforcements. Lots of enemy infantry now entering the battlefield. About to get sucked off by a couple of big old eyes. Putting them here is quite useful, because it means the ones coming from the back will just march directly into it and get chewed up. We're also going to cast even more spells, so I think that's Tzeentch Firestorm. Maybe a Purple Sun as well in there, why not? Big old bombardment as well, so basically it's absolute carnage. If we have a look at the enemy numbers there, we can see it's dropping pretty rapidly, and they're not quite sure what to do. Now pushing forward a little bit more, just so we can really get the flamey death in there. Fleeing back up the hill, probably the sensible option. Many, many dead Cathayans. We obviously need to take out the Terracotta Sentinel, but that shouldn't be too difficult. The Rift spell is cheap. It's very effective. It's just a good one. It's just a really nice one. Tzeentch and Firestorm chewing up the rear line there. Terracotta Sentinel being roasted. Uh-oh, getting too close, too close, too close. Stop him, David, stop him. Show him a card trick. Do something, I don't know what. Doesn't matter. Okay, well, looks like the entire enemy army, which, you know, was what's that, like 3 times the size of us? Has got completely annihilated for the loss of, it looks like 0. Flawless victory. Well, my guess is after that they probably don't have much of an army left. I mean, one would hope anyway. We lost 0. 0 through sheer Kairos bullshittery. No. Absolutely not. I've got so many other better things to be doing. Yikes. I mean, just... Settlement lost. Snake Gate. I mean, we didn't have any defenders, so it's not massive. Oh, he was just wounded. Tzeentch was just wounded. He's fine. He's fine. He's just a little bit wounded. He just needs a little bit... he's a bit of a mental health break, and that's entirely understandable. He's been under a lot of pressure. You know, he's been having to kill a lot of shit, and it's no wonder he just needs a little bit of a break, and fair enough. Let's go with... God, the Lord of... I mean, like, the Lords of Change don't even have, like, a melee line. Like, the Great Unclean Ones, you could make them into an absolute beast. And these guys just like, well, I guess, I mean, they could at least have a nice blue line. You know, something that was right. I mean, you know, apart from one Grim or a Turtle. I mean, okay, the local province thing is nice-ish, I guess. But it's not that good. I do like Plague of Rust. Plague of Rust? Plague of Rust. Let's do Immortality, obviously, so he can never leave us. And more flamey shit. And he managed to fend off that attack, which was excellent. Well done, you. Does this have any... Does this have a garrison? It does have quite a big garrison. I mean, we could just leave it. I mean, I'm not that invested in taking that one, to be honest. Killing off these guys and then pushing, like, the northern provinces back. Considering that we know the southern... They've got no fucking armies left. For sure. They can't have any more fucking armies left. What's this quest? Fencer's Blade and 1,000 big ones. I'm there. Don't need to lightning strike, we just all resolve that, can't we? Can we? 2-1. I mean, that's fine. Definitely significantly more than they would have got, but never mind. You do have a little army over there, don't you? Is this fine? Okay, I'm going to quick save this because I don't trust it. I guess that's okay. I'm not super happy about it, but... And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave... I'm going to put... If I lose the mines, I'm not that bothered. I'm going to move you over here, hoping that this army will be like, oh look, fresh meat, and just charge down and try and take me out. That's the dream. Oh, look at all those dead people. What a shame. In fact, I'm not going to repair that because I can't be sure I'll keep it. But I am going to get defences here. I'm going to get... Yes, I'm going to do that. We have defences of the Fortress of Eyes, don't we? Yes, so...
I am no slave.
You're also not a threat. Right. Do we have any kids? Oh, for fuck's sake. 3 stacks? Are you shitting me? The fuck is that? I could force a war. Who can I force a war between? Are you guys... Hang on. You've got... Okay, you've got an alliance with those guys. Breaking that up would be nice. Can we make anyone declare... Right. Okay, hang on. Right, Kislev. The Ice Court. There we go. We could make you at war with... Krakadrak? For 12k. That's probably not gonna... It's probably not going to work. 10k for that. So basically we just don't have enough books. You should already be at war with the Septic Claw, for fuck's sake. Where are the Septic Claw? Like over here? Over there. Well, that's not really going to cause them a problem, is it? So, not that one. Is there anyone they aren't at war with that it would be nice to have them at war with? Not really. And to be honest, the people they are at war with don't seem to be doing very much anyway, considering that they've managed to throw stacks and stacks of shit in my way. I'm hoping that maybe these guys can sort of fend them off, but I'm not holding my breath on that one, to be honest. Not going to hold my breath. David. What you did, David? I guess I can make you a specialist. Hates Nurgle. We don't hate Nurgle, though. Nurgle's one of the few people not trying to kill us, so we're definitely not grabbing that. Cascading Flight Cloak. Let's go with that one. Okay, we'll see if we can lure him in. That would be nice. Hypnotoad, you need to come over here because the next rift will be opening, well, soonish. Gallows tree, don't really need that. Right, what? Hang on. Where do we have sort by attitude? No, sort by right. So we don't have. I guess we can't. So the only one we have is the flaming scribes, and they are already. Yeah. Okay. The outpost thing is great, but the AI tends to ally up way faster than you can, and so it's often the case that you just don't. You can't do much about it. Like by the time you get there, all the outposts have been taken. Everyone's already camped up, so never mind. When it does work, it's really nice. Like we got some. Like when I was playing Nurgle, I had some blood letters in my army. That was really cool. Like I really liked that. That was really neat. Just add a little bit more flavour. So more stuff like that would be great. Hello, what do you want? Defensive Alliance. Who are you at war with? All the people I don't like. I'm with Gold to be honest. I don't really want to be at war. I'm just at war with enough people. Like Cathay and Kislev are enough. Frankly, if it was just those guys. Okay, we're spotted. Where did their armies go? Okay, they're over there. If we attack the back of Snakegate, is that the same battle? I could take the Terracotta Graveyard, couldn't I? Weng Chang, what does that have? Unique building chain. The Temple of Jade Blood Sorcerers. The spiritual city of Weng Chang is home to the Temple of the Jade Blood Sorcerers, the greatest practitioners of the elemental winds. Oh. It's not that useful. Basically, I just want to fuck them up as much as possible. I think they've got a capital over here. Do they? Oh, wait, do they? Po Mi. Oh, there it is. Right, if we can take that, I reckon they won't be able to throw us any, like, nasty units. They'll have trash, basically. I'm slightly worried about the Fortress of Eyes.
I serve only the dragons.
I'm tempted to launch an attack over here. Can we... Can't ambush. Can't ambush a city. I'm tempted to just go and attack it. Because if we do that, we'll have knocked out their army. And I reckon we can kill them. What's the garrison like? It's not very good. We've dealt with worse. We've dealt with worse. I think we could do this. I believe in you, Kairos. Get over there. You do, of course. If I lightning strike, then we won't have to fight those reinforcements. Is fighting those reinforcements a problem, though? I don't think it is, actually. I might come to regret that, but we're going to go with that anyway. Was it long prophesized? Well, at what point did the prophecy go? Okay, Kairos is going to break through the bastion, but then at some point he's going to have to come back because they then take it back, and he's going to have to come and attack from behind, and that's going to be really quite annoying, but it's going to happen. I bet if you prophesized that, you'd be laughed out of the prophecy centre, or wherever they do. I don't know. Where do prophecies happen? I don't know. I'm not a prophecy person. Right, already, flying units attacking infantry on walls seems quite effective, seeing as you will tend to litter the ground with the bodies of those flung off. But I've always suggested that handrails would be a good option. No one listens to me, though, so there we go. Meanwhile, our flying unit's now moving over to deal with the artillery at the back. Chaos Spawn knocking on the door. Kairos landed for I don't know why. I think he was attacking some units that were on the wall. They decided to come off the wall, and so he decided to follow them. It's fine, no problem there. Okay, we do have reinforcements. They'll be turning up in less than a minute, so we've got to be careful about that. Does this look like if we're attacking from the wrong direction, does that look like Cathay? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Trying to take out the dragon-blooded Shinguan Lords. Flaming for no good reason. The units on the wall over there. Throwing in some blue horrors to deal with these peasant archers. Attacking the rear of their line, knocking out some of those archers. There we go. And that artillery units, which is good. Getting some infernal gateways down here to make sure that we're sucking off all that infantry. Chaos Spawn should deal with these peasants pretty well. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Blue Horrors now chasing the peasant archers up the hill, what's left of them anyway. And enemy reinforcements are now arriving. I'm going to have to bring Paul back to deal with this. Some artillery kind of stationed up on that little hill there, but that's okay. We won't have to worry too much about that. And the infernal gateway down there, which is good. And here comes those reinforcements. Now, this is slightly problematic, but they will be coming in one at a time, which gives us the opportunity to cut them off. As you can see, our Blue Horrors rushing in there. Going to do a Tzeentchian Firestorm. And with units all around us, this is going to... I mean, we can't miss. We cannot miss, and that does a lot of damage very, very quickly. Just hovering... Oh, my... Absolute devastation. It's carving its way through everything. Straight into the Fire Rain rocket, doing quite a lot of damage there, despite not being particularly good. Oh, that was amazing. That basically wiped out the reinforcements, and then an Infernal Rift directly on top of the survivors. That's those reinforcements dealt with. Meanwhile, we have some great Longmire Riders attacking our Pink Horrors, who are currently trying to take the walls. Because if we take the walls, we've got a lovely little vantage point to then rain pink fire down on the enemy heads. Our Tzeentch Knights dealing with some units over here, and also rushing over to go and help the Chaos Spawn. So far, so good. Longmire Riders coming back for another go. We're going to hit them with a Fate of Buna. And hope that's enough to take out the units. And it certainly does look like it's going to. That looks... Yep, they're going down. Have a look at the enemy numbers. They outnumbered us quite considerably. What, 4-1 roundabouts? 4-1. And yet, so far, we've lost barely anyone. Even now, our ground force is mopping up the survivors. The flamers are now in the city, roasting anyone who gets in their path. You can see the absolute devastation of what the reinforcements coming in just got crushed, absolutely annihilated. The Doom Knights are now mopping up some more artillery. We're going to have to be a little bit careful taking a bit of fire there, but fortunately, these Screamers coming in from behind are going to put a stop to that. No more shooty crossbow action for you boys. No, no, no. Oh, no. Doom Knights sorting out that for us. Good lads. And the enemy general flapping here, there and everywhere, trying to dodge all the fire coming in. You better run. Looks like that's probably going to be enough, and the garrison are going to flee. The absolute carnage. Well, some fantastic spell slinging there. Good stuff. I think we just raise it, because there's no point sacking. Well, there's no money in sacking it. Occupying it's pointless, so... If we raise it, then at least it means that if they want to resettle it, they have to use their army to do it. So that's my thinking. That's my thinking there. As much as I would love some replenishment, but never mind. We can soldier on. Do I want to do that? You've got everything else, haven't you? Blah, 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 blah. Yep, okay, good. I mean, you never really cast any magic, because... Okay, you meander back here. I'm going to pick you up some of them. And I'm tempted to get some more Doom Knights. Can we get more Doom Knights? I'm going to get more Doom Knights. Come on. Okay. Fortress Vice is going to be fine, because that army's shit. If we can take Pomi, does it have garrison? It does, but we've just beat the Bastion with reinforcements and extra things on top of that. And that was fine. So I think we're probably okay. I could do this. I don't really see the point. Apart from it would stop annoying me. It would stop asking me all the time, which is probably actually not a bad thing when I think about it. David! You stabbed. You were stabbed, weren't you? You silly bugger. Can't go around being stabbed. Time is money, friends. Can't be hanging around. Can we just auto? No, we definitely can't auto resolve, can we? Looking at that, I'm like, no, those guys are going to do me a lot of damage. Okay, we'll have to do... I mean, alright, we lost David. That's not the end of the world. Because, let's face it, Kairos and Paul do about 90% of the work. I feel like this is pretty standard now. We fly in, we take out the enemy crossbows. And then once they're dealt with, our ground forces can move up and mop up what's left, assuming there is anything. Often there isn't. So Paul and Kairos overhead. Dropping those infernal rifts all over the place. Is it Infernal Rift or Infernal Gateway? I can't remember. It's Infernal, whatever it is. He says, unsure that it is. Infernal Gateway, there we go. Sending in some blue horrors as well to get the attention of those Jade Warrior crossbowmen. Also means that it's a, you know, as enemy infantry like pile in here to try and slow us down and deal with the demonic incursion, it does mean that you can drop even more spells on their head, which is always nice. Doom Knight's moving into an opportune position, just in case. Little Infernal Gate, Infernal Rift, Tzeentch Firestorm, that's the one. Just going to absolutely devastate that infantry, as well as the blue horrors. But to be honest, you know, they were summoned in, so it doesn't really matter. Infantry now moving up, so we can get in range. Flamers as well. Just need to mop up these last few units of crossbows. Lots of dead there, which is great. Kairos taking a little bit of fire. He needs to be careful of his barrier. He should be fine. And those Jade Warrior crossbowmen getting cut to pieces by that gateway. And then the Flamers have also moved up because the enemy doesn't have many crossbowmen left. What a surprise! They do have some horses, which I'm going to be a little bit careful about. But our own cavalry are now moving into the settlement. We're going to take this minor supply location. Knock down those towers. Not that we really need to. It's not really that important. Just need to get the Tzeentch Knights out of the way so the Flamers can light up these Jade Warriors. There we go. Ooh, a frontal assault on Flamers. It's not a great idea. Assuming you want to live, anyway. Getting a nice little surround here. These peasant long spearmen completely outmatched. Also got pink fire raining down on their heads, so tricky situation for them to be in. Flamers mopping up everything quite nicely, though. We do have some cavalry. It looks like they're heading in our direction. Some more Tzeentch Firestorm just for funsies. This is now just a mop-up operation. They do still have a few units meandering around, but shouldn't be too problematic to deal with. Cavalry is my main concern, because I don't want them charging the Flamers. But we have knocked down the towers. Towers and barricades are now down. Looks like the Jade Lancers trying to decide what to do. Maybe one last ditch. Show of force. They're going to charge the Flamers. It's brave. Who will win out? The Flamers or the horses? They're still going. Oh, it's close. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. But it looks like, just getting incinerated before they reached the Flamers. What a shame. They did their best. Right. Good. We'll just occupy.
Still belong to the Emperor.
It's fine. Getting a little bit of replenishment there. Obviously, we get less replenishment because we are in the bad replenishment place for some reason. I mean, considering that they go, you know, Kairos should really kind of like invade Cathay. That's kind of where they're pointing you at, and yet all of it's like not great for you. So I don't really. And your replenishment's not great to start off with, so kind of bullshit. But never mind. Right. So David Copperfield got stabbed, but Pomey is right up there, and I reckon we can take that. Oh, we do have defences. Oh, good. Okay, let's get a little bit of extra growth here. I'm tempted to get... Well, actually... Well, the question is, do we build a defence force here? Because we have... There's one army there, one army there. There's one army right there. Kislev are invading the northern wastes, as is law appropriate, because of course they always did. Oh, remember that time Kislev invaded the northern... No? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I kind of want to take the challenge stone back, but to be honest, the AI tends to go a little bit mad when the player has, like, settlements which don't have walls in it, and so if anything, the challenge stone is just going to be... On the other hand, if I take the challenge stone, I could build a little defense force there. Could I just give that to myself? Potentially. Would I have enough time to build a defense force? That's the question. The other question is, what defense force could I build? So, I could get some pink horrors. I couldn't get any flamers, though, could I? So, do I want to do this? Do I want to grab... Crystallo! Hey, I'm walking over here. Okay, obviously we're going to take Crystallo. And 2 Falcos. Obviously Crystallo. Obviously. And we're going to get him some flamers. Oh. But I can't afford those guys. Because they're very expensive. On the other hand, I have the money, don't I? I can just accept that. Like, I've got 23k. I could sack that for 27. Well, I reckon we can hit that next turn. Like, we smashed through a bastion. I don't think the defences at Pomey are going to slow us down. And if we take that, I don't think they've got any major settlements left. Because that one belongs to the Orcs, because I gave that to the Orcs. That one belongs to Nurg, because I gave it to Nurg, which means that this is the only major capital they have left. So, take that out, take all their stupid gates out, and I'm hoping that maybe then the Marauders can overrun them. That's the dream. I'm not building that.
Work with us and your destiny.
Hello. Work with me and you'll see a world of random bollocks. No, I'm not going to... No, stop it. Okay, Lord Recruit rank, fantastic. Sinesh's Ascendant, don't really care. Okay, we've got stuff going on over here. Is that Catherine? No. But let's assault her anyway. Good.
An ice witch bows to no one.
Don't need to bow, just need to die. Right, we are now losing money. Crystallo is going to come over to the floating mountain to basically try and help defend that, I think. How the fuck of... Where did that army come from? Where did that army come from?
Only the dragons.
Okay, you are marching. So, right, can you reach us from here? Yes. You can. So... Right. Let's kill this army over here. They're marching, which means they are easy prey. I should have teleported. Should have teleported. Never mind. It's not... I mean, I'm going to have to fight this, obviously, because of all the crane gunners. They'll all get, like, 30 kills or something, and then it'll take me fucking ages to replenish. So I'm going to have to fight this one, but it doesn't look like a particularly difficult one to actually win. These crane gunners are kind of annoying, because they're less susceptible to Infernal Gateway than the crossbows. Which means we're going to have to be a little bit more aggressive here. But that shouldn't be problematic, considering they've only got, like, 2 units of infantry to slow us down. And they got a Terracotta Sentinel, but the rest of it is just missile units. So we're just going to charge, basically. Yeah, charge is literally the plan. Get their attention with some blue horrors. Terracotta Sentinel charging in. That's fine. They are expendable. Kairos just dealing with some of those crane gunners for me. Thank you very much. Good stuff there. And our knights attacking the flank. Dealing with those... I mean, those crane gunners, they got some shots off, but let's be honest, it's not going to be enough to deal with the Chaos Knights before they can jump down their throats. So spells being dropped. Smashing up the walkways for some reason. Seems a bit rude. Never mind. Sort of pink fire landing down on their heads now as the pink horrors have arrived to help mop up the survivors. That Terracotta Sentinel is a slight issue, but we will be whittling it down. Peasant Long Spearman charging in against the Screamers. But blue horrors being spawned in behind them. And then the Knights also now throwing themselves in that direction. This battle's basically over, and I probably could have auto-resolved it, but I guarantee that the auto-resolve would have really punished me. So, you know, I have to do it the hard way. Okay, yet again, no losses. I'll take the replenishment just to keep me in tip-top condition. Lovely.
Kairos Fateweaver.
Let us march. Well, alright, fly, march, same difference. Basically the same thing. Right, I want to give these Doom Knights to Kairos. Can we reach Kairos? I think we can. We might have to march, but I think we can reach him.
Fly high, fly fast.
Oh.
Onward to change.
Okay. Okay. Right. So let's take that. That will give you those. So that means you've got a couple of spawn, a couple of chaos. I'd like some more chaos knights. I'd like to replace these spawn with knights, ideally. But having those 3 Doom Knights is going to be, I think, very, very useful. So that should be fine. We've got more money coming up there, which is good. Defenses. I'm not going to build those just yet. Chrysler's going to come down there to defend that, because I suspect that these guys are just going to go straight for me. Like, they in theory, they should go for the City of Splinters. And yeah, as we saw, Cathay kind of went all the way around these mountains to attack the Challenge Stone. Which is complete bullshit. Income from raiding. We don't raid. Raiding's pointless. When will they get it in their head? Raiding is literally pointless. It's only been good in Troy. And if you happen to be a faction where you can get replenishment while you're raiding. That's the... Just raiding for raiding's sake is literally pointless. Because it uses the movement that you could use to be an ambush stance. And also... It's never going to give you the amount of money that your army costs. Which means that if your army's not doing anything... If your army is just sat somewhere raiding, it's not doing anything apart from making itself cost slightly less. So it's still costing us basically this. It's basically upkeep reduction, but not very good. I don't really see the point. If someone could tell me if there's a reason for getting spells for Lords of Change, for any greater demons, really, like, it's fine, but it shouldn't be the... Like, that tech is literally gives that spell to Lords of Change. It's like, well, that's fine, but if you've already got someone who can cast it, you probably want them to do it, because unless they happen to be the other side of the battlefield, it's going to cost less winds of magic for them to do it. And you're going to get other benefits on top of it. So why have some random... Just, you know... There we go. That's me. That is... Oh, I suppose that does give that benefit to... Lean magic doesn't work, so no point getting that. That's not a very good bombardment ability from what I understand, so we're not going to do that either. That one? It's basically, what is the least shit thing to get? Oh, Arcane Surge. Actually, that would probably be good. Let's get that one. Right, Terracotta Graveyard. I'm not going to upgrade you because we might lose you. That could be a thing. Hypnotoad is meandering back. Let's remember to move him again. Hello? Terracotta Graveyard. Oh yeah, I don't care about that. I'll just... Oh, did you just sack it? Is that all you did? Did you just sack it? They're an imbecile. What do you want? Non-aggression? Yeah, sure. Why not? Right, are you boys gonna get your shit together? I want to see some big raidy boys coming through the pass. Oh, not Paul. Tzeentch is back. Oh no. Right, we need... I need Paul back before I... What do we need? We need Nurgle, don't we? I don't need Paul. Well, I kind of do. This fucking dickhead over here.
No one's servant.
You can get stuffed. God damn it. I've got shit to do. I can't stand around waiting for my agents to fucking heal up. Alright, Tzeentch, you with me for a minute. You come and join me. Now, where did that... Oh, there was an army that attacked. Where's it fucked off to? I don't think they'll be back. So, actually, setting an ambush stance probably not that useful because we can just go straight for Po Me. I'm not too worried about the mines of Nanyang. I probably should, but I'm just not. To be honest, all we need is that last thingy of Nurgle. Really. Get the Nurgle thing. I don't know how tough the last battle's going to be. I mean, it should be fine. But I think it's going to be quite tough. Oh, we lost David as well, didn't we? It's going to be annoying. Never mind. Right, we're going to... Yeah, you're going to get harassed. Boop. Good. The less stuff you have, the better. Now, by all rights, you should go for the City of Splinters. Does the City of Splinters have a garrison? It does, it's just not very good. So in theory, they should attack that. Because that's they're at war with them. It's a city. It's more heavily defended than Hellcade Drove, is it? No, it's less heavily defended, I think. I think Hellcade Drove has actually got more stuff. So you should go for that one, but my stinking... I just got that sneaking suspicion you're probably going to go for... Go for me instead. That's my suspicion. Damaged buildings. I guess we could repair them, but I'm not that invested, so I'm not going to worry about it. Right, good. We need to get ready for the rifts. We need to go in and do the Nurgle shits. Quite possibly literally. You are attacking the mines of Nanyang. Okay, well, oh well.
Ready to fight!
Managed to cobble together another army, did you? After the spanking I gave you. I see.
I am a dragon, not a slave.
Half tempted just to wait.
Interference will cost you dear.
If we take Pomei, they won't have anything left. The garrison here should be enough to hold off those guys. So, I'm thinking we go straight for Pomei.
I bow only before the dragon.
And we take the city and leave them with no capital remaining. And then if we can like mop up the north up here, then we can use that as like a we can take this and oh well they've got the Red Fortress, haven't they? Which is Chaos Wastelands. They should be having shit tons of rebellions. I mean, you'd hope, wouldn't you? One would hope. Okay, well if we can capture this up here. They could have Plague up here as well, and lots of Nurgle corruption will be... We could always... Could we take that off? Hang on. Transfer settlement. That one. Oracle's Tzeentch. So I could give that to myself. I could give that settlement to myself. If we can get up there, take Pomei, keep pushing north, like, try and hold Nangal. That's going to take 5 turns, but the garrison is quite tanky. If we can take that, if we can hold that, what are you doing? Are you the same one? I mean, the less of you there are, the better. So yeah, I think that's my plan. If we can take some of the northern settlements up here, we can use then Wei Jin as like a base of operations. And then defend that and then push south. Because at the moment we're trying to defend from the south and the north and it's just not working very well because we can't... I can't fight on multiple fronts at the same time. And I'm currently... I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if we weren't having to deal with Kislev as well. I mean, Cathay's bad enough. But Kislev, coming all the way from... Right, just charging through the Chaos Waste. It feels like, directed at me, kind of feels... Not the best. That... And how the right, I don't understand what has happened to help it.
Does it have food?
Hang on, do you have... Let's have a look. Do you have one of these in there? Yes, you do, and it belongs to those. Okay, there's no point making friends with you then. Like, help it always seems... It never seems to get wiped out, and yet Clan Moulder don't seem to do anything. It's almost like... It's... There's something weird going on here. Because Throt doesn't seem to do anything. in the Rift campaign. Now, I have seen... Oh, God, what was it? So I was playing something rotten in Kislev. He did have a stack of slaves. But other than that, I've never seen... Like, I've been allied with him on my Nogel campaign. He did nothing. He had nothing. He didn't recruit anything. He was just recruiting heroes. It's almost like his fucking AI's broken. And yet, at the same time, like, no one's... Like, it would be very easy for Kislev to just knock him out. And yet, they just don't seem to bother. It's just really weird. It's just very, very odd. Anyway, we're going to take Po Mei, but that is going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.